because of my experiences in London there are many immigrants from different parts of the world. So I'm familiar with many cultures, not only my own culture. I'm a little familiar with these other cultures. So I enjoy telling Japanese people about these different cultures and my own culture. So I think it helps. I think it helps the world that people understand each other's cultures more than they do now. So I feel I have a positive contribution there. And also I feel Japanese people teach me a lot too. So I teach English, which as you know, if you can speak English, it's easier to understand the world cultures easier. I'm not saying it's the perfect way, but it's easier. So I feel by teaching English, I'm helping people.
Yeah, that's right.
So in conclusion, I feel that now we're living in a world of globalization. People are moving around different countries, different foreign countries, and I think it's important that everybody understands that there are different cultures and different customs, but the most important thing is respecting your local community. But that doesn't mean exactly following it. You don't have to follow exactly. You don't have to speak the language. You don't have to follow exactly what local people do to be successful. And I think this is an important point, because now in the world today I often hear, especially from politicians, that immigrants must fully integrate into society to be successful. I hear this in many places, and as I've just shown and proved, it's completely wrong.
We can a lot of examples about what you told us. Thank you very much. Can I ask you several questions?
Oh, please.
First, what are your future objectives?
Yeah, so I want to continue living in Japan, where I'm very happy. I want to continue explaining and talking about my experiences of multiculturalism, which will help the local people to understand different cultures. And also I want to continue growing as a person, which means I want to learn from the local people as well. Their feelings, their attitude, their outlook on life helps me to grow as a person too.
Okay, that's great. What are the differences between UK and Japan?
Many differences. Of course, language differences, food differences, attitude to many different things. Especially, for example, the government in the UK, people openly discuss and criticize the government, where in Japan people don't. And then there are many other differences. Maybe in the UK, for example, a university student, after university, can go abroad, travelling for several years in the UK and come back and still get a good job. But where in Japan, I heard they can't. They have to go to the company. Unfortunately, they have to. So that limits their time to experience different cultures. So that's different. So UK, we're used to young people going off, travelling for years and coming back and getting a good job. Yeah. So that's the difference. Other differences. Connected to the same thing. Many in the UK, if a student, for example, in high school or university, makes a mistake and doesn't do well at university, or doesn't do well in high school, that can, for a few years, mean they can't get a good job, but eventually they can study again, become a mature student, and then get a good job. So they always have another chance in the UK. They have a second chance. Where I feel in Japan, maybe there's only one chance. So there's a lot of pressure on young people, I think, in Japan, much more than UK.
What is your favorite food?
My favourite food in the world is Indian food. So, for me, there's nothing like a Indian curry in London. I love. And in fact, despite what you might think, the number one food in the UK is Indian curry, not fish and chips. So that's even amongst native people.
In Japan, we have more than 100 Indian restaurants, so you have to try one by one.
Everyone, I'll try.
And Japanese food?
Yes, my favourite Japanese food is sashimi with a lot of wasabi. I love wasabi sauce. And
so you must have a lot of tears in your eyes.
Right.
Okay. What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I do jogging to keep my health, keep good health. I also meet my friends. I go to onsen with my wife. I also go to Takarazuka with my wife. What else? There are many other things.
Do you intend to go on living in Japan on a long basis?
Yes. I plan to stay in Japan for a long time. So I continue. I will continue enjoying myself in Japan
until the end of your life.
Well, I can never say that. That's too definite. But for a long time, for sure.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you will live in Japan for a long time and stimulate us to become more open and multicultural minded. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you.
Interview finished? Okay, see you.